commercial break.
Yeah.
For the first segment today, we will be talking about Heroes Reborn. Which is the show Heroes, which started, I think, back in 2006. It lasted about 4 or 5 seasons.
4 seasons, I think?
It was canceled because it wound up sucking horribly, and they're bringing it back. So today, we're going to be talking about people's opinions on whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing.
What is Heroes about?
Heroes is about people who
that are heroes.
That are heroes. They do great deeds. They have superpowers. People can read minds. Well, I want to talk about it because I really like the show.
Go ahead.
Better at saying.
I'll admit
That's her
this.
superpower.
Remember when I said I ruined things?
Okay, so
Heroes is about a group of...
Hey!
I know this show,
This is
alright?
my segment.
I can talk about this for fun.
Julia, can you tell me what Heroes is about?
Why, yes, Aaron. I can.
What about go?
Heroes is a show about a bunch of people, and they find out that they have superpowers. And they're like, oh my god. So, like, one of them,
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah, pretty much freak out and punch
Peter
things.
Petrelli can fly.
No, but yes.
Yeah, he can
Yeah,
fly.
Peter.
His brother is the one that... Okay, yeah.
And,
Let's
okay.
not, like,
Claire,
reveal everything.
Well, Claire, should I not tell them all their superpowers?
Oh my god, the show's been out for 8 years.
Okay,
So you
need to know.
have a lot of characters,
There's
and they
a lot
have
of characters.
very varying superpowers. A character has, regeneration, another one can fly, another character can steal powers, another one can set things on fire, and it's crazy. And you're having all these wars between, certain characters discovering their powers and certain characters that already knew about them.
And then there are two characters on both sides of the positive and negative spectrum.
Yeah.
I forget the guy with the black hair.
Siler.
Forget his name.
Siler.
No, I'm not talking about Siler right now. I'm talking about he's the positive, gather people's powers, and Siler, of course, kills people to take their powers. He's also Spock in Star Trek.
Are you talking
He
about?
is Zachary Quino, plays Siler. Zachary Quino is Spock in Star Trek, and also he's a role in American Horror Story.
Is he really?
Yeah, I don't watch American Horror Story, but
Does
he's,
he also randomly get naked for no reason? That's what happens a lot
I
of
would
times.
hope so.
Are there still cockroaches around him all the time?
What?
Anytime Siler is on screen, there's cockroaches.
I didn't notice
I
that.
didn't know
That's an
And
interesting-
there's a TikToking of cockroaches.
Well, that's because well, his name is named after the clock. His father was a watchmaker. It was Siler.
I was just pointing out facts about the show when Siler's on the screen.
So essentially, it's the good guys versus the bad guys, and they all have different powers, and it's like kind of a war, and they're trying to make the world a better place, and yada yada yada. The thing to note about it, the first season was great. It started off with a lot of viewers, and it got a lot of buzz, and everyone loved it. But after the first season, totally tanked. The plot was just a creative, mess.
Cluster.
And creative cluster. It was terrible. I liked the show a lot, and I stopped watching after there's a carnival thing, and it gets weird. And I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
It also has to do with the writer's strike happened,
That as well.
just as it was at the end of the first season, then they hit the writer's strike, and then it kind of lost everything. But now, with Heroes Reborn,
Yes.
which is what we were going to talk about,
Yes.
we get another chance to see what could have been if Heroes had
They
stayed.
started spiraling off into a void of sun.
Yeah,
And apparently, they're not.
they're never gonna get to talk.
Keep going.
I'm gonna try not to.
Julia, go.
Life.
Julia, go.
Good.
Okay.
Lord,
We believe in you.
And they're not. The thing to note also is they're not doing several seasons. This is going to be like a standalone 13-episode thing. So it's going to be almost like a little mini-series just to bring it back temporarily. And it's interesting to see.
Kickstarter, if you will.
It is interesting to see because there's been a lot of different reactions. There's been
Keep talking.
There's been a lot of different reactions. Some people are like, oh my god, this show is horrible, don't bring it back, don't burden the world with this. Some people are cautiously optimistic, like, oh, this may be good, who knows. And some people are like, F yeah, Heroes is back. So,
cutest
But the
words
reason I
I've
think
ever
that
heard.
after the first season it did so bad was that the plot, it was able to end the whole series at the end of the first season.
Oh yeah.
With plots like that, like where you can just end the whole story at the first season, it's hard to start it again.
I think they had tried to do like each season was going to be its own story. So I remember like there was one season where like the ads for it were like they crossed off heroes and wrote villains.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
supposed to be about like bad people, but like it really didn't work out.
Do not know how to raise the roof like that.
I feel like-
kind of just didn't know what you were doing.
I feel like what they did in terms of the plot is that when certain shows end seasons and they go into a different story, usually the villains or the problems are more unique than compared to the first one. But in terms of these, usually you had, like what you would just literally replace a villain.
Right.
It was the villain was in a sense almost the same as the first one, but just a little different, a little eviler, or just a little differently evil. And that's where people just couldn't keep going. It's like this is more of the same. I liked the first one. I don't need to see it, 3 more times.
Right.
I think the thing that we can hope for this new Heroes Reborn reboot is that maybe they've had a few years to collect, some new creative ideas.
More JoJo's Bizarre Adventure references.
Let's hope.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did.
Oh wow,
It's great.
I need to
When
go
Hero stops time and he goes between when they did the running girl and he stops and he goes like Dio, who
Oh,
can
okay.
actually stop time. Joe's I love it.
That's the actual line too. They can put
Yeah.
the subtitles.
Yeah.
But
He says it really
Subtitles.
fast. Whatever, keep going.
yeah, there's a lot of different reactions. My personal reaction, I was a big fan of Heroes until it tanked. And I'm hoping that this can kind of save it a little bit. I don't know about you guys. What are your opinions?
I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch it.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, give
I
it a
expect
shot.
something from it.
It's on a trial period.
Right.
As I said, cautiously optimistic.
Might as well take about half an hour out of your day and go look it up.
45 minutes
45
to an hour. With
I'm
commercials.
saying, give it a try. You don't have to watch the whole episode if you don't like it. Just take half an hour.
Best prepared for the
Go
worst.
watch it. It's coming out next season, I believe.
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yes, that save the cheerleaders, save the
This is
world.
the
Save the
worst.
cheerleader.
That was, honest to God, like the worst calling card
That
ever.
was a good. I liked it.
It
I
made
liked it.
sense, but it was just like, save the cheerleader.
Excuse me, do you have something against Hate Time Fair?
Oh,
Nothing against
awkward,
her. I have
fun,
weird.
fun and awkward fact. The guy who plays Peter Petrelli,
Yeah.
was dating Hayden Panettiere, which is weird
Oh, that
because
lucky bastard.
he's her uncle in the show, so it's like.
What? Oh, I thought you were about to say he's an
Okay.
uncle in real life.
But
I'm
anyway,
like,
no.
wow.
But anyways, you know what? Watch Heroes. The first season, see how you like it, and then try out the new one. So be sure to catch that next season.
Boom, shocker, locker, locker.
I wanted to do that.
We'll be back.
I felt good about that one.